You were reborn but ended up as a crocodile, and it came with a built-in death roll move. Any prey he managed to bite, he would drag into the water and spin until it was dead. Plus he had a devour and evolve system. He could evolve into a massive Deinosuchus, or even a prehistoric giant crocodile. He could even cross species and become a steel crocodile. But right after being reborn, he was just a tiny baby Nile crocodile, even though a full-grown Nile crocodile could be over 30 feet long. An absolute ruler on land and in water. Right now his body was less than 20 inches, nothing like a ruler at all. And in this dangerous primeval forest, aside from the totally defenseless little critters, he was at the very bottom of the food chain. Thinking about that, he could not help but push at the dirt around him, trying to bury himself deeper. But right then, a wave of hunger hit him from his stomach. He looked up at the sky, and could not help but curse, "Come on, are you kidding me? Getting reincarnated as a little crocodile is bad enough, but being hungry all the time too. If he tried to hunt now, he probably would not make it a few hundred feet before becoming some other animal's meal." To avoid starving, he had no choice but to slowly crawl towards a swamp up ahead. Looking for food after crawling for a full 10 minutes, he got close to that swampy area, and immediately spotted a little dark green frog. That little frog had really smooth skin. He did not care right then if it was poisonous. He opened his mouth just a crack, and lunged at the frog with all his might. He got it in one go and swallowed the frog whole. And right at that moment, a cold mechanical voice suddenly spoke up. "Congratulations, host, on successfully preying on one frog. Reward 1 evolution point." Hearing that mechanical voice in his head, he was clearly stunned for a second, but then after a moment his eyes could not help but show a flash of excitement. Having read plenty of online novels in his past life, he knew that was definitely not his imagination. He had awakened the ultimate tool for a time traveler, a system. He asked the system, "What can you do?" After forcing himself to calm down, he silently asked in his mind. The system replied, "I am the evolution system. As long as the host keeps hunting, you can evolve infinitely." Hearing that, he could not help but let out a low growl, and dug his front claws deep into the mud. Being reborn as a Nile crocodile had really frustrated him, because even an adult Nile crocodile was only top dog among animals. There were still humans in this world, and countless weapons that could threaten him. But now, he seemed to see a path to unlimited power. Maybe one day, he would be the sole ruler of this planet. Feeling himself getting too excited, he forced himself to calm down again, no matter what the future held. Right now he was still just a little baby Nile crocodile. In this primeval swamp, he was in constant danger of being killed. What he needed to do now was quickly gain the ability to take on medium-sized animals. He told the system to use evolution points and start evolving without hesitating. He used that 1 evolution point. Evolution point used successfully. Next evolution requires 5 evolution points. After the system's voice faded, he could clearly feel a warm current flowing through his body. As it passed, his size suddenly grew by about 8 inches. His crocodile hide became much thicker. Seems like he had some decent defense now that he had the system. His growth rate was massively faster. At this rate, it would not take long before he could defend himself. Just then a clap of thunder boomed in the sky, and then a heavy downpour started over the forest. His nose twitched, and he quickly crawled towards a tree hollow. Not too far away, being a Nile crocodile, he was not afraid of water. In fact, the rain beating down on him felt pretty good, but a storm this heavy could easily cause flooding. Some larger animals might even come out of their dens, and with the rain muffling sounds, his hearing would be compromised. He did not want to accidentally become lunch. The rain lasted a long time, from daytime into the night, and then into the next day. When the next dawn broke, the rain finally stopped. By then the water level in the forest had risen over 3 feet. He poked a little of his head out of the tree hollow. A cool breeze hit him right away. He closed his eyes for a moment, and wiggled a bit, feeling good. Gotta say, being turned into a Nile crocodile let him experience things he never could as a human. Like in this harsh primeval forest, he felt no discomfort. A Nile crocodile's skin was way tougher and more resistant than a human's. Most poisonous bugs he did not need to worry about at all. And right after the heavy rain, the cool breeze in the air did not feel unpleasant either. Protected by his thick armored hide, he actually felt kind of warm. Time to hunt. He crawled out of the tree hollow, looked around left and right, did not see any big creatures. He carefully slipped his whole body into the water, and slowly started to glide around. The storm had stopped, but the water in the forest was still rising, flooding the whole area. This environment was perfect for him. Nile crocodiles were built for land and water. Being in the water now, he felt totally at home. His slow movements did not even make a ripple, something land animals could never do. And using this ability, he could easily spot other creatures and hunt them. Just then, through the water's surface, he heard faint breathing, probably an animal not good at swimming nearby. He got an idea. His claws moved silently in the water, quickly and quietly towards the sound. After about 5 minutes, a little rabbit splashing in the water came into view. That rabbit clearly did not know how to swim. It seemed like it was just figuring it out, playing around happily. Not knowing danger was creeping closer, he held his breath, ready to strike. Once that little rabbit was within his range, he did not hesitate, and lunged forward with all his strength. Powered by his strong neck, his speed was terrifying. The rabbit never saw it coming. He got it in one bite, with his razor-sharp teeth clamping down. The rabbit stopped breathing instantly. Even though he was a Nile crocodile now, he clearly was not used to eating things raw. He still preferred to give his prey a quick end before eating, not just to minimize its suffering, but also because he always remembered his soul was still human. He did not want to become a mindless killing machine. He wanted to be a Nile crocodile with high intelligence, and that was his biggest advantage, aside from the system. A Nile crocodile with high intelligence, how terrifying could that be? He would likely show them soon enough. After quickly swallowing the rabbit, he felt his belly warm up. Hunting successful gained 5 evolution points. Hearing that cold mechanical voice in his head, he did not rush to use the points. He quickly dragged himself and hurried away, because when he bit the rabbit, quite a bit of blood spilled. Other animals smelling the blood would probably gather here soon. He did not want to attract something bigger. Swimming back to that tree hollow, after making sure no other animals were around, he finally relaxed. He tucked himself fully into the hollow, and then started to evolve. Evolution point used successfully. Next evolution requires 10 evolution points. Feeling that warm current in his body again, he could not help but blink in satisfaction. This time he grew about a foot, then his size surged again. Now he was over 3 feet long. His armored hide and limbs were noticeably thicker. In just one day, he went from 20 inches to over 3 feet. Other beasts could never grow that fast. Being a Nile crocodile was not so bad. Being able to clearly feel himself getting stronger was the best feeling in the world. Evolution complete.